Alright, here
Yes.
we go. Ooh, looks like Team Islands. Okay.
Oh man, really? Team Islands, and then we get
I know.
Islands later on as well?
Okay, one difference, two difference incentives. Yeah, I know, right? So both teams have gone for Vikings, so that's pretty good. And OCC have gone with Mayans and Persians, as opposed to ZxT going Huns and Mongols.
Persians over Huns. That's an interesting choice.
Yeah, well,
given that so many of the maps have water.
It's also, but there are so many kind of nomad style starts in this, so
Yeah.
I'm going to turn my scroll speed down for you friends who like watching on slow scroll speed. Right,
I don't think it's about slow scroll speed, it's about smooth, Jigs. Just be smooth with it.
It's not about being smooth. I am so smooth, don't worry about that.
Or just use the mini-map. This mini-map, no one complains ever.
So we got a Viking flank for both. I don't know. What can you say about Team Islands? There's not too much.
What can I say about Team Islands? I like it more than Islands. I'll say that much.
Yeah, maybe, I guess. It's kind of, you can tell who's
I like it
win.
more.
We've also got to see, I mean, because I'm pretty sure Team Islands is mega random, and as we see, we have players starting with a spear instead of a scout, which is a slight difference, obviously. And players have 2 boars, it seems, just 2. I'm not seeing any more. Yeah, 2 boars, and all players it seems.
And they can't. Are there any deer? There are deer, but
deer.
it's really hard to push deer with a spear.
Deer.
I've done it before.
Really? I think it's kind of easy because they move. It moves slower, so you can just like, and also you can attack with a spear. So you can get one hit in if it's like, if it starts to walk back, you can hit it, and then it starts running again.
Yeah, but for scouts, you just on the deer. You have to click behind the deer just in case you attack this.
Yeah.
But that's what makes it harder.
Yeah, that's kind of true. But like the whole thing, how you can attack it again if it gets its freaking strut on is actually quite fun when it works. You feel like an ultimate player.
It's still, I just find it more difficult. I like Team Islands because I think there are more options compared to Islands. Islands pretty much, you'll never see anyone sneak.
You never really see landings.
Unless they're crazy.
But landings on Team Islands are pretty common.
Yeah. It's just a little more variety early on, and you see a lot more teamwork early on as well. Often in Islands you'll see them go for a 2v2 on one side and a 1v1 on the other side, but Team Islands, a lot of players will dock at the front, and then you get those early fights. They're really close as well. Everyone's close. So if you have someone win on their side, it's so fast for them to go to the other side and help out.
Yeah. Well, the biggest thing that we're going to see is probably in a couple of minutes when players start building, though, not a couple of minutes, probably around now when players start building their docks. I saw Orange, Nozio, docking towards the back. He's building a house, and he flared towards the back, I think. We also see Archlord, the Mongol pocket on the other side. He's docking towards the back.
A pocket's docking towards the back is quite common, just at the start, because they want their fish to be safe. Because they're going to make more fish.
Both flanks. Both flanks for ZxT.
Red, what's he doing? He had no food under the TC.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
He was just walking around for like 5-10 seconds,
Okay, so...
The Smurf.
The Smurf, right. Ligero, that's what I'm going with. Player 2, red player, docking towards the south corner. It's good, I like the docks on the corner.
Well, docking in the corners pretty much secures your fish.
Yeah, exactly, and it means you're much closer to your ally. They're both dock side for OCC.
Yeah.
Fair.
I don't know, Blue got really unfortunate, his dock placement.
Oh, that is horribly unlucky, really.
Yeah, it's in the corner, but this is a corner with no fish,
normally such a good spot.
Much.
Like, when you dock on a peninsula, you normally
get
really good fish, but he's got, a couple of fish a fair way away. Hopefully he redocks towards the back, and he'll have fine fish. COBC plays flaring, the Chinese guys. Strong communication, which is good to see, of course, in a team game.
I'm pretty sure they're on voice chat with each other as well.
Maybe? I don't think so. We've seen Zhu typing and flashing typing, so... Yeah.
I know most of the Chinese players... I don't know about this team, because this is meant to be the overseas Chinese clan. But a lot of the other Chinese teams, they use QQ, which is what the SY team used in the Nations Cup. Pushing deer in with the spear. You see, they kind of have to be
Who we got? Let's
just
look
a
at
couple
this.
of steps away as they come in.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bit of a pain.
Let's have a look.
But it looks like both pockets have really easy to push deer, and the flanks...
But it's not such a big
Yeah,
deal.
it's a little harder
as a
for them.
pocket. Getting deer in, like, unless you really want to fast up, it's not as important.
Yeah.
Obviously helps a lot.
Red has really close deer. I'm surprised he's not going
I
for
know, I
that.
can't believe he hasn't pushed any in, and he's obviously Vikings
It's
too.
right next to his TC.
How is Red going? Because he's had a lot of, seems like he's had a lot of idle time. And it shows in the build counts, he's well behind everyone else. 3 population behind his teammates, and 2 to 1 behind OCC.
Teal's a little ahead, so that's nice for them.
The game is looking to click up about now, it seems. 24 pop. So that's pretty strong time. If you can get the food, of course. Which he seems he's struggling. Flashing, man.
I just realised that his name was the game.
Sorry, TH3G4.
When you said it.
LVL3.
No, I
underscore.
was like, what does that say? And then I never actually made the effort to try and read it. And then it finally clicked.
Yeah, slick.
This name reminds me of when I was 12 and everyone was obsessed with creating names like that.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so obviously we haven't really touched on the fact, but post-Imperial, their OCC are going to struggle a bit because Persians are obviously going to get outclassed heavily by Huns. Obviously, because they lack
On water,
bracing.
at least.
Look at the gold piles. So we
But-
haven't really touched on that. The gold piles
But if
are
we get a
really-
landing...
Yeah, I know, which they're going to have to. But, like, look at the gold. Like, they
Yeah, and
have-
Persians,
they have-
eco is going to be really good.
Each player has 2, 3, maybe? Yeah, it looks like 3 gold piles.
3, I see. Yeah.
3 gold piles of 4, which is, of course, down from the usual... What is it? 7, 4, and 4?
But it seems like a lot of the WiC map pack maps just have 3, you know,
Well, it's-
quadruple gold piles. So I guess if they've been to sing, they've got to be used to it, because almost every single map that I've seen has that. And there's a lot of stone, so you can always use the market
stone,
if you need to. Yeah. But that's also why I thought Spanish might be a good option, because if you have less gold,
Yeah,
that trade
but
bonus is
it's-
going to be...
Yeah, but it's you've got to get to post-Imperial, so... For that to really come into play. I think Flushing's in a real spot of bother, though. The game is...
But I think
going to-
post-Imperial is what a lot of the Chinese teams are going to be aiming for. Yeah, he's not in... That fish really
Flushing.
is...
Yeah, but his whole... Like, it seems his Dark Age was really sloppy, too. His build isn't as sharp as it probably should be. We see the game going 3 docks. Almost certainly going to be
But
going
Red
4
also
docks.
had a really sloppy kind of Dark Age.
But he's up well
So-
before, and his versus Mayans, not Huns.
He's gone
which is
lower pop.
not Huns. I mean, yeah. Okay.
Quite a bit lower. So I think that kind of makes a difference as well.
And his fish isn't amazing. Well, his fish is actually quite good, but he's on shorefish, so it doesn't really matter about his fish. See pockets, adding fish, multiple
That's a
fish,
careless
bit of a
thing.
boom.
That wasn't unlucky.
It's just slack. And look, we already see Flushing really coming into some trouble already. Get it back.
Yep. I
Which
think we're going to see
is
struggle, both sides struggle. We're going to see
Which is bizarre, 'cause, I
Red
mean, you
struggle a bit.
Yeah, but they're
Yeah.
both Viking players, it seems they're kind of being outplayed by the inferior civs here.
Just better players, I guess.
Interesting. I think
And I guess the thing is, if
Yeah.
you play Mega Random, your build is okay on water, but I wouldn't expect it to be great because half the time you don't need water, or water is not that important sometimes. So you have a decent build, but it's not a great build. It's just an
Yeah.
okay build.
something I've seen pretty common and that I've seen works very effectively on Team Islands is can be slinging Mayans, fast eagles, into a landing.
Sneak, yeah.
It's not a sneak, it's a landing, Helene. Difference.
I like to call it a sneak
God,
because it's a sneaky
you've
landing.
been away from ASC for too long, you've lost all your lingo. But okay, so
No,
Flushing's
just
really,
no.
really into having some serious problems. He's had a dock denied, he's had to build a 5th dock, kind of down the bottom. He's going to lose his fish. And that in turn means there's going to be pressure on Nozio in the pocket, who's probably going to lose some. Or potentially could lose some, we might see. Comparing pockets...
I don't know.
Yeah?
I don't think they're going to go for the pocket quite yet.
I don't know, he can send 3 boats, which is exactly what he's doing. And 3 boats is enough to really annihilate fishing ships. Okay, already we see Nozio docking forward as well, which... interesting. Could either be... not sure, I guess we'll have to see what he wants to do. Whether he's going to go transport ship. Yep, and there it comes. Transport coming out. So...
I'm kind of worried though, because you know Xiaozu on the right-hand side, he got up, he had a pretty good start, but he's still not managing to do nearly as much damage to red as the game is doing to Flushing. I mean, Flushing's start was pretty horrendous, but
Flushing,
both of them had pretty bad starts.
Really. But,
yeah, he went really high pop, I don't know why. He was 3 pop higher than red.
Alright, here we go. So
now
Nozio, I'm wondering if we're going to see a sling, potentially. Yep, see exactly what I'm talking about. Now, the galleys coming under... sorry, the pockets fish coming under pressure from galleys, which is absolutely not what you want. You want to get away with nice free fish boom. We see Archlord going water. 4 docks, correct? 4 docks. Doesn't look like he's up, though.
But he's docked back.
Yes, problem?
This is a bit of a problem, because I think if he docked front, maybe he would have spotted the sneak. But because he's docking back...
That's obviously the problem with backdocking, you know, you lose map control. So he's going to capitalise on this, building a stable, obviously going to go some knights.
Yeah. No, I see back dock for the first dock, first 2 docks, and then forward docks later on by the pocket as an alternate option, because you want to keep the fish safe, but at the same time you kind of want to have some pressure going as well, especially
when I play. I kind of want my docks in the same spot, just so I don't end up with all these.
It's nice, but his flanks are getting control of the water right now. Look at it, red's not doing too badly against Xiaozu, and blue is getting. Well, he's actually coming back a little on water, but teal's got pretty good control as well.
Which makes sense. Neither of them have Flushing still doesn't have a blacksmith, and neither does the game. Which is
the game
also...
does. He's got one near his...
Okay, true, good point.
Yep.
But Flushing still obviously no blacksmith. Nope.
He had to build an extra dock early on, because he got denied on one.
Yeah, but he didn't even delete it, he's on 5 docks. Man, this guy is insane.
Yep.
Okay. Man, this Flushing character. Well, I told you, he likes to wall, crush, and sling. Okay, so we see Knights already coming in, doing some damage.
Well, can't crush on this map, so...
No. Well, you can. I've seen it done.
Yeah, but now the landing...
Yep. Ligero.
As you like to say.
Forced to quick wall, build on the barracks. We see Archlord walling off, which is good. I probably would have rather seen him get a couple of Knights before giving it away, so he can just do more damage. And, like...
I think he's just under pressure to do something now, because Archlord's going to be on the water soon, which means they're going to lose water really quickly.
But these Knights are going to give Zhao Zhu a real chance against Ligero.
But the biggest problem is they're still not hitting Archlord. Oh, he's got 1 Knight in now, and the fast wall from Archlord failed.
He's also dropping a Monastery.
To heal his Knights, yep.
Potentially going a
and +1 armor done.
Has he added any TCs? Nope, he's making the power play, guys. He's making the 1 TC power play. That's what we like.
He's not even making bills right now.
Yeah.
He's idling his TC.
This is when, I mean, losing 5 fishing boats really kills you, so... Yeah, the roll-on effect. But let's see what damage he can do. Like, is Archlord up? He has to be up, doesn't he? Yep, he's just about to hit Castle Age.
He is.
No barracks. No, he has a barracks. Yep. Sorry, he's probably going to go more spearmen.
Monks, I think, would be a much better choice. I think that we're going to see, as soon as he gets Castle Age, if he can afford it, we're going to see a monastery. He's got a lot of villages on gold still. So,
he's also got a lot of wood in the back.
And he's being forced off. He's been forced off wood though. So there we go. There's the monastery. He's going to have excess gold because of the idle time on his wood line, which means he's not going to be able to make...
So he's also still on water.
The war galleys?
So he's going war galleys. He is adding war galleys, but he's not getting bracer at the moment. Lacking food. Ooh, he doesn't have loom. So he's getting loom right now, which is very good. Quick
well, that explains why he was struggling a little early on.
But up north, it seems, okay. Looks like Flushing's going to get wiped off now.
Yeah.
Which is going to hurt. Flushing, oh, surprise, surprise, going for the sling. Building a market before a blacksmith, yep. I think that's...
You don't need a blacksmith if you're just going to sling.
No.
And I think the water control issue was just to make sure the pocket could land safely. That's why we saw him invest so heavily, and he was focusing his galleys rather. If you looked at where it was, he was coming in to cut off Teal from scouting out the middle.
Yeah, true. I don't know why he's still making galleys though. Like it's just pretty clear he's lost water, and it looks like their team is obviously going to lose water.
Daldul is also still making galleys, despite the fact that he's 2v1, and he's really struggling now. He's losing to the war galleys plus the galleys from Red. Even though Red didn't take much damage at all. Like he got the Knights did a bit of harassment
he's
and
got a
idle
wall.
time.
He lost like I think 2 villages, and he had to wall a lot, and he's panicking. He's probably going to idle his whole economy. But we see Flushing coming in. Hopefully, he can pick off a few fishing ships, make it a bit even. But obviously, this is where the whole game is pretty much on the landing. If Nozuo can
and
do some
he's focusing on the
damage.
pocket because the pocket's the only one up to castle, so this is a good move. But I'm not sure. Are we going to see a sling from anyone else on the other side?
Maybe. Well, obviously Zhao Zhu is not slinging, so it's only a single sling.
For the other team, the ZxT team.
And we should probably mention, I mean,
wondering.
you're obviously aware that you can't get banking until Castle Age. I mean, coinage until Castle Age, right? Yep. So they're playing with a WiC mod, so no coinage. Let's just confirm in the tech tree. Yeah, no coinage, you can see.
I don't think they mind too much. As long as you can get a decent amount of resources, a lot of damage.
It's 10%, so coinage just makes tributes down to 20%, the fee down to 20% as opposed to 30%, so it's obviously nice, but it's not a massive difference. 10% is, you know...
And I think you're not going to be slinging feudal the long run. Like, you don't want to be slinging feudal for a long time. Yeah. It's just going to be a short-term thing where you just get a big advantage.
Give him a boost, but this is really looking pretty impressive. This is pretty strong from Nozuo. He's going to take down his single TC. He's building another one, Archlord, over towards the left.
He's trying to get into the base of the game right now, but... He needs to stonewall this now. The Knights are taking down that palisade pretty quickly.
Who? Whereabouts? Oh, okay, yep.
Towards the gold. He's stonewalling everything.
Go. Oh,
no,
could have been in.
He's not
Could have got in.
Yeah.
That's a little
Archlord is dropping another TC. He's got one towards the left at the stone already, so it's not like he's going no TC.
And another one on the white, on the wood, sorry. I don't really like that TC though. Doesn't
white.
Really...
Right? White?
On the right wood. On the white.
Yes.
I
was just like, how'd you get white?
I don't speak English, alright? God, I'm Australian, I'm not
okay, you
English.
speak Aussie, I get it.
I'm not a native speaker, yeah.
I'm surprised they're not going for red though. Red's probably got the weakest walls right now because the game is just going full stone walls right now. Doesn't want anyone to do anything to him. Did Flushing actually manage to pick off any fishing ships?
Doesn't seem like he got too many.
Oh, that's kind of unfortunate.
Probably got it, I think.
But Archlord, really.
He's really struggling with this sling. He only has +1 and he doesn't even have bloodlines. Nozuo, that's kind of...
That's the power of 8% fee instead of 20% fee, I suppose.
Exactly right, yep.
Yeah.
But like, you don't really want to be sitting under TCs unless you have +1. Unless you have +2.
+2, yeah.
And he's got fletching as well, so it's going to make his TC stronger. Right, let's see. Ooh,
the thing is, when you sling, you want to take out at least 2 players. Like, taking out one player is not enough.
You need to take out at least 1. And then you need to do damage on on someone else as well. I think this is
he's definitely
pretty well.
He's dropping his 3rd TC on the other side of the map, on the other island.
We see Majuro going full water, it seems. He's going university and still building war galleys. Which I'm not sure is... I don't think that's a very good idea, to be honest. Like... Water's pretty clearly
the trouble's on land, not on water.
Exactly.
And I think Green's pretty much...
If they can stop this push, then the game's kind of theirs. but this push currently is where all the danger is. So
well,
Zhao Zhu,
Nozuo, as you like to call him, is now getting the +2 armor. He's got bloodlines
Beautiful.
as well. Yep. And a battering ram out to continue taking down those TCs,
so Zhao
making
Zhu,
more rams
it
as well.
seems,
So
is redocking front and going 4 TC boom. So he looks like he's trying to make a comeback on water, which then means Ligero has made the right call. Good on him. Sticking with water.
I don't know. Is it just a bit of a distraction so that he too can land on the other side? 4 TC boom into maybe Eagles
for
would
sure.
kill them
Yeah,
as well.
Exactly. I'm not
Yeah.
sure why he's docking now. Like, he could much better use the resources on booming, I would think. He just needs to kind of get some vills over there. And then he can do anything.
It's really hard.
But Archlord feeling the pain. Really feeling the pain. Like, he can't stop this, really. Like,
Yeah. It looks like the game
Lots of
also
monks.
going to start working on land. He's making some cav archers to
So, yeah.
defend. But cav archers versus knights, Persian bonus as well. I believe they do apply to cav archers as well.
yeah, correct. +2. It's not the biggest deal, but
Cav
yeah,
archers are great
important.
raiding units.
Unless you
Even
have them,
if it was
unless you have
Huns.
the gelatinous
Critical
mass
mass,
of
yeah.
cav archers, they're not really going to do too much. Like, they just don't hold up in even
And
numbers.
he's got mangonels out as well, so
Man, this is
+2 knights with bloodlines.
this has been a phenomenal landing, really. Really phenomenal.
Yeah. And
Feel like-
mangonels. I have archers. Why cav archers?
Well, I'm not sure. Because he's Huns. What else do you do with
What?
Huns, you know?
Was coming $120,000.
Yeah, come on, brother.
Sorry, my brother just came and tried to pull my headphones off to ask a question.
How rude is your brother, man? He's so rude. Oh, this is Warriors coming.
Yeah, no, he's just curious. He's like, is it another Nations Cup? No, it's
No,
War is coming,
War is
even bigger
coming.
and better than before.
Does your brother
But now
play?
you can see those cav archers are doing absolutely nothing. They're getting slaughtered.
Just melting away
It's
to
such
those
a big
knights.
mistake.
Yeah. They should have, I don't think they realised the danger quick enough. Like, a little palisade wall just isn't enough. He was always going to get in. And they've way over-invested into water. Which is blatantly obvious, because look, they've got an enormous amount of ships on the sea, but Archlord is pretty much out of the game completely. Night City on 19 pop, he's going to have to run his vills, which he has.
And actually, Shalzul also asked whether he should tribute as well. So we might see.
Okay.
I didn't see the response because, I didn't see the response
You
because
can-
I was a bit distracted.
Yeah, there was no
but-
response. There was no response.
Oh, okay. So we could see a double sling because he's definitely in the position where
Let's
he's
sit
like,
on
I
it,
can
yeah.
sling as well. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's probably a pretty good idea. Because they have sea
And
control.
another
what's he gonna
issue
do?
with
Yeah.
the way that the other team is playing at ZxT is the fact that they haven't spread their galleys around. They've got complete water control, but they haven't done anything to stop Green Shalzul from landing as well. If you look at the placement of their war galleys, they're all in one spot. So
Wow. It's,
You're not
check
safe
out
from
the
a second
sling,
landing.
Though. It's a really small sling. Like 1,500 resources is absolutely nothing.
yeah. But it's not enough because Archlord was in a really vulnerable position at that
Yeah.
point. He was
It was a
going on
perfect
water, he
timing
was
attack,
not
wasn't it?
quite up to
Uh-huh.
castle.
Exactly right. It was
Just that
it was
timing.
just the bonus he needed. Yeah.
Yeah.
We see Flushing going to continue with the sling, getting coinage. So he's going to be able to tribute 10% more, and obviously going TC, so his economy is going to grow very quickly. It's like Zhao
Taking a
Zhu.
lot of stone, maybe we're going to see a castle drop.
Zhao Zhu is looks like he's trying to up.
Yep. His monastery got denied though,
Monastery.
so
Well, he can build it anyway. Don't delete it. He lost the
He didn't
monastery.
delete it.
Bad luck, son.
yeah.
Again, really no.
Flushing just tributed 1,600 food to Nozor.
Okay, Nozuo is surely gonna go Imperial anytime now.
Yeah, he's waiting for the gold, I think, and he wants to castle grow up red.
Nozuo.
Yeah, I think
You
that's
see,
he's
Nozuo's
taking a
dropped the
lot of stone
castle.
himself. I don't
He's
know.
put a castle right in the middle of the map, right in the middle of their island. So it's
Right
just
in the
an
middle of
even
them.
bigger
Oh,
presence.
God.
I'm not like, yeah. Again, that's kind of strange. Like you could put it forward and then really cut him off, but oh well. It's in a nice central location.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I don't get that castle. It's not protecting any resources or anything
No.
like that.
But it just secures him the landing, which he's kind of already secured himself with this
I
enormous
guess.
army. I don't know. It's nice
Yeah.
to have a castle.
And once again, like, you see the cav archers from the game just hanging around doing absolutely nothing.
Just
because you
poking
can't
and
fight
prodding.
head on.
You
Oh, and
can't.
the knights are in!
And they're in. I think this is...
But
I think
there's a
this
lot of
is-
pikes.
Oh, boy,
I
there's
don't
a
know
lot
if he
of
wants to
pikemen.
fight that many pikes.
Running into the throng of pikemen. Yeah, he's got a GB. He has to GB.
Yeah.
He should be Imperial now. He has the resources, so...
Yep.
Clicking up anytime.
And Xiaozu is making a play for the water. Castle going up at the front, so he's going to try and be able to regain water control and possibly land himself because Mayans, Imp, water, I don't know. Be stronger on land.
Well, I think there's only really one way this game can go right now. It's kind of a question of time. You've got the Viking guy going pikeman, defensive on his own land. Hun's going CA, defensive on his own land. Like, it would have been nice if he'd raided a bit. Like, you think how open Flushing was, you know? Instead of losing...
Are we going to
these
see
Cavalry
Flushing go
Knights.
back on water as well? He's got a castle of his
He's
own
got
at
a
the
castle,
front.
exactly, yeah. He may well.
Yeah.
Which would absolutely make sense, being the Viking player.
And that way we could see Xiaozu, you know, go for land rather than water. But those pikes just coming in
man,
now,
pikes.
chasing down the mangonels.
A throng of pikemen. That's
They're
terrible.
losing so many pikes and mangonels. What is this?
Yeah. Goddamn pikemen. So
Oh,
annoying.
okay. He's just going to retreat and wait for Imperial Age upgrades. Done a lot of
Absolutely.
damage already. He's forced 3 players to go on land. Well, 3 Archlords kind of dead, but same thing, right? No one's really able to invest too much into water now, which is going to give his teammates an advantage if they're both going on water now.
Okay, so Zhaozhou doesn't look like he's going to go Eagles. He's definitely redocking to retake the water. Yeah.
Yeah.
As
Well,
the
it's gonna take
University
more than
getting
one player,
ballistics.
so-
Yeah. Well, he's building a ton of war galleys.
Yeah, Flushing
yeah.
alone is still in Castle Age, so he won't really be able to take water back from both of the
Yeah, but
navies.
he's up to
of-
Imperial Age. He's up to Imperial Age. Zhaozhou is up to
Yeah,
Imperial Age.
it's still hard. I suppose. I think.
Yeah,
Oh, he's
no.
going longboats. What?
Oh, really?
This
That is
is-
so cool.
Yeah, he's going longboats.
That is fascinating. I like that.
Yeah, I like that as well.
Funny thing, longboats.
It's something a
train-
little different.
They train faster than war galleys, but you obviously need a castle to build them, so that's why you kind of never see them. They have the same stats as war galleys, I believe. And nope, there we go. GG's been called.
Oh, GG.
Really nice landing. Well played, OCC. Alright, there it
Well,
is.
at the start you said the only way that they're really going to win this in the long run is if they land, and that's exactly what happened.
Exactly right. And they did it. They seized it. Perfect timing attack. Well played, guys. And go back. Check the achievements.
Yeah,
first.
well played.
No surprise. Oh, sickening though. Look at that army. 74 from Ligero. It's so high, but it's so useless.
A waste
High
of
for
army and
Archlord,
population.
48.
But keep in mind that a lot of it was pikes at the end, because he had so many
exactly.
pikemen
Well,
just to
looking at
defend.
the timeline, it kind of booms. But like I said earlier, it was pretty obvious that they just really overinvested in water. So we got 1-0 for OCC.